First question I have, how many here have had a theft at their museum they've had to deal with? Wow, okay. For those of you that haven't, I hope you never have to go through it, but this is a little primer and perhaps a bit of a warning for you about recent events that we've experienced. Suffice it to say, we all take a lot of pride in our museums and our galleries. Like this interpreter here, you enjoy going into period costume sometime and growing extensive mutton chops. Evan was with me for 5 years, and that was kind of his trademark. We're very proud of our programs. We love our visitor services. We enjoy going out into our communities and doing our outreach. We enjoy having all of those people come to us. But of course, we can't do that. Taking a cue from Bev Dietrich, where is she? She said it last night. What can't we do without? Our artifacts, which you said were very important last night. She's looking at me kindly.
Which came first, the
artifact. Without our artifacts, we can't do our programming. And I can tell you, one of the most devastating things you will ever have happen is when one of your artifacts disappears. The painting that you just saw was stolen from our museum about 5 years ago. When we discovered it missing towards the end of a regular day, the first thing we did was, of course, call the police. That is the phone system we use. And this is our administrative assistant. We also called our local newspaper, reported this happened, and then the photograph. The police came! And of course, the one thing they want is a complete description of all of the events that took place. And what happened, the thief had come during regular working hours. He'd come in, took a tour. We didn't get him. We kind of got Barney Fife. Nevertheless, this guy took a tour and then decided he didn't have enough time to finish the tour. Wanted to just see what he could on his own. Our interpreter said fine, she was keeping an eye on him, heard the front door shut, saw him running across the front lawn, getting into a rather bright vehicle, and we made the report to the police. This was on a Tuesday. She was able to identify this gentleman in a photograph. So by Thursday, they had found the guy south of Brantford in an old farmhouse, not only with our artifacts, but also with artifacts he had stolen from 2 other museums. Again, all during the day. He had literally broken into display cases with staff present with a screwdriver. He did go to jail for a night. Not sure whether he encountered any of this, but I got a call on the Friday morning saying that our painting had been recovered. And of course, my first reaction was, get him as best you can. It didn't turn out that way. Basically, he got his hand slapped, and he was ordered to pay $1,000 to each of the museums that he had stolen from. And he went through community service. We got our painting back. So for us, that was the biggest thrill. But we also made changes to the way we were doing tours. We weren't allowing people to go on self-guided tours anymore. And we were really hoping that solved the problem. Unfortunately, it happened again. Just this May, another one of our paintings disappeared during the day while on tour. To say the least, the interpreter that was kind of on the scene at that time was devastated, as she said at the time. This is not her. The interpreter is on mat leave right now, actually, so she said hormones were raging all at the same time, so she had a whole lot of things going on. So she was just beside herself. She was worried, she was angry, she felt violated. Trust me, you will feel more violated having something stolen from your museum than you might if it's stolen from your own house, because you don't own this piece, you're responsible for it. And it took a lot for us to get her settled enough that she could talk to the police. What we found out from the police was that they were already investigating other attempted break-ins in our area. 2 attempted break-ins at one museum, 1 theft from the Mohawk Chapel, and another attempted break-in from yet another museum. The pair that we assume have been the culprits are presenting themselves as a father and son team. They say they are art restorers. They will come to your site for free and volunteer to restore your art. They want to see your art collections, and they are very interested in Robert Whale paintings. Our colleagues at the Burlington Museums have already informed us they've been there. They have not been caught yet, but as this says it, you do need therapy by the time you're done. You will go through all those emotions, but in the end, remember, you didn't invite them in to take your objects. You've done everything you possibly can to curb it. They're going to do what they're going to do, and we're in times now where people are looking to get things in a hurry that they can sell, do whatever with. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a, as I said, a bit of a warning, because